Hello friends, hope you enjoyed those dope intro clips when it comes to sniping here in a game called Combat Master. I usually have kind of a clue what's happening when it comes to new games coming up, even though it might be a small indie game, FPS shooter. But I didn't know about Combat Master, so when I got into this game I got quite surprised actually, because I have been having quite some fun playing and sniping, of course, foremost, as you can see in these clips. I hope you're gonna enjoy. If you do so, please leave a like on this video since it helps me out on YouTube. Now, Combat Master is a free-to-play shooter and it was released on Steam on the 21st of April 2023. It has very positive reviews, but the game got a bit of a backlash in 2021 because it was originally released as a mobile phone game, but they had to remove the game from both Google Play Store for Android and App Store for iOS because the game is a copy, more or less, of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. We have to say that straight away in the video. Is that a bad thing? Well, as a gamer, I think you just want to have fun playing a cool game, you know, especially as an FPS gamer. You want to have some good action, and this definitely delivers just that. And the over-top like movement in this game makes it so crazy. For me as a PC gamer, it's really cool because you can definitely take advantage of the keyboard and mouse and do those flick shots and stuff that you've seen already probably in the intro clips also when I was sniping a lot. But it seems for some reason that the game is actually up and running when it comes to mobile gaming, and you can feel in here if you have been playing this game for quite some time as a mobile gamer. That confused me a bit when I was finding information, but this is what I have been reading. But now, as mentioned, you can also play it on Steam, so it's cross-platform. That's what I also wanted to add to here. And you can also play with controller. The game has controller support on Steam if you want to use that. So, is this game better than the actual original, meaning Modern Warfare 2019, or even XDefiant for that sake, that we've seen also here on my channel when it comes to the closed beta? Well, I'm not really sure about that, but I have to say again that I was a bit surprised when I got into the game and got caught, you know, wanting to play more, and I was able to get all these clips within like 2-3 hours, having fun doing that. And it also shows something that has gone missing, I would say, when it comes to like modern game development, that it doesn't really take that much to make a fun game to play. And when I say that, I am referring to core mechanics in the game. As said here, the movement is definitely over the top, but to be honest, I like it. It's fun when people are doing things like 100% all the way. It might not be for everyone, but sometimes you do have to take risks to actually succeed, both as an artist, as a game developer, whatever have you. And I think this is a bit of an example. Sure, again, it's a clone kind of game, but I don't think you will see this fast-paced movement in a Call of Duty shooter. Not really. It reminds me more about like older arena shooter games. But with that said, it would be fun also to hear from you what you think about this. Is this something you could consider to play? Again, when I downloaded the game and started up the game, I was like, oh, well, it looks like, I don't know if I'm gonna play this. Will I make a video out of it? But then after like half an hour, I definitely was caught, as mentioned before, and I started to grind the game a bit, unlocking new features, a few more guns and everything. And of course, I've thrown in some regular gunplay as well, so you can see I think I'm playing with the MP5. And the progression system, well, since we have talked about Modern Warfare 2019, you will recognize it if you get into the game. And there's definitely things coming up also when it comes to you know, progress in the game, such as unlocking camos and challenges and all that beautiful stuff. If you have been playing Call of Duty, as mentioned before, you will also recognize the game modes. You will find yourself playing some team deathmatch, which is free for all, literally, and also search and destroy. So if you like that, you can definitely go ahead and play it. I have to mention that you're actually playing 3 versus 3 and not like 5v5 or 6v6 that you might be used to. This took some time for me to get used to be honest. And I think maybe a game mode such as search and destroy would be better off with like 5v5. You can fill in here what you think. Another thing that kind of surprised me is that the matches are very short. I think a lot of them ends around the 2-minute mark. That was also something to get used to, but to be honest, it's quite fun actually. Sometimes I find myself a bit bored when I'm playing certain games when the actual matches are so long. Sure, if you're playing Search and Destroy, that's another thing, but if I'm, as here, playing Team Deathmatch, most of these matches was around the 2-minute mark, and it was actually quite cool. Now, the maps, well, they are everything from small to medium-sized to large, I would say, so there's quite a variety. You will most likely recognize a few of the maps, at least where they have taken inspiration, if we're going to use that word. We have talked about Call of Duty, but there's actually also a map from CSGO, I would say. The one around a pool in the middle, where you have like these locker rooms on the sides. If you have played CSGO, you definitely know what I mean. Another good thing with the game is that you can play it with very low spec when it comes to your PC. I'm actually putting them up here so you can see for yourself. And that's also good, of course. I mean, the combination of having a free-to-play, fun game to play, of course, but also the fact that it's not that demanding on your CPU or GPU for that sake, makes it also available for much more people. I am, by the way, recording this with ultra settings in the game, and I am considering myself to have a kind of a medium spec PC at the moment. So yeah, it worked well. I still had good frames and everything, so it performs well. It's great to have that, even though you might have a low spec kind of setup. So it's time to wrap things up. You've just been watching some Combat Master free-to-play game available on Steam, crossplay with mobile, if I got it correctly. You can also play it actually on Mac, iOS, that has to be mentioned as well. I will continue to play this game some, and yeah, let me know again in the comments what you think. Maybe you are one of those guys that have been playing the game already for quite some time, so, you know, comments are always appreciated. And of course, if you're new to my channel and if you like FPS gaming of any sort, I would say make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so I can talk to you again, maybe in the comments or whatever have you. Take care, my friends, have a beautiful day, and go try out some Combat Master. Why not? It's free. Later.